Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. And the question for today is longest valid parenthesis. Alright, so given a string containing this and this, we have to find the longest valid parenthesis substring. What does mean by valid is that if there should be equal number of this. Alright, if there are two opening brackets, then there should be two closing brackets. Alright, and if not, like what we have to return is the length of the longest valid. All right, so in this case it's 4. Suppose we have a case like this, so here the length will be suppose we have this and this and this. All right, so this is only the valid pair. All right, these two are not valid, so the length would be 3 plus 3 6. All right, in this case. All right, so yeah, that's the question over here. And yeah, so now let's see the constraints that are given to us. So the constraint given to us over here are that the length of the string given to us could be 3 into 10 to the power 4, that is up to here. All right, so it could be a length of 30,000 and 0 could be there, so we have to give a check for that as well. If it's 0, what we have to return. All right, because in the question it's mentioned that the length could be from 0 as well. All right, and it would only contain these letters. All right, not like this or this or this types of parentheses. Only these two types of parentheses would be there. So yeah, I hope the question is clear to everyone. Now let's see how we are going to solve this question. All right, so yeah, there could be many approaches to solve this question. All right, one such approach that comes to everyone's mind would be of stack as well, because it's a general question for stack, that we take a stack and we push these element, and whenever we encounter the closing one, we just pop it out and increase our count, and at the end also we maintain a max count. All right, so we compare with the count increasing, and if it's greater than the max count, then we update the max count, and if it is not, then we don't touch the max count, and like we don't update it, and at the end whatever the value that is stored in the max count, that would be our final answer. So yeah, that's one such approach that could be used over here, but we will have to little make a optimized one approach that would be much more optimized. So how we are going to optimize it? All right, so that is understandable from the question over here, that given any string, what we have to do is we have to traverse it. All right, in order to get the count, we have to traverse it no matter the approach. All right, so what we can do, because this in this approach we are using this traversing as well as stack. So one such thing we are clear, that to get the answer for this question, we have to traverse the string completely. All right, so we can't optimize this thing. All right, we can't break it, or can't do optimization over here. What we can optimize is this space. All right, so yeah, why, if we don't take a stack, if we get a solution without stack, then the complexity would be O of n running time and O of 1 for the space. All right, and that would be our final goal for this, because this, what we mean by optimize, we mean by optimize is do it in a best possible way, either reduce this into log or half and everything, or reduce this. All right, that's what we mean by optimize, and we know that we can't optimize this, we have to traverse it in order to get the length of the maximum valid substring. So we have to traverse it. What we can do is we can ignore this extra space. All right, so yeah, that's approach we are going to mainly focus at, and let's see how we're going to uh, get on to the how our intuition method works for this approach. All right, so what is the intuition behind this approach? The number one intuition is that we have to traverse the string. All right, so the only way we can optimize it by not taking the by okay by not, what I mean by taking constant space, that is by not taking extra space, we can optimize it. All right, so yeah, that's the intuition over here. And yeah, also one more thing, when we came for this is optimization is, so we have to think for this. All right, now the second approach could be because given a string, what we have, there could be three cases. All right, if we are traversing the string in this direction, so this is left and this is right. Yeah, so as suppose that left, what I mean by left is this substring, and what I mean by right is this. All right, so let's take this as right or this is left. All right, so as we move in this direction, what can be the case? There can be three cases that can be counted over here. Number one, the length of left is bigger than right. Number two, the length of left is double equals to right, that in which case it's a valid. And number three, the length of left is smaller than length of right. So these can be the three cases that we can encounter while traversing in any direction. Either we traverse from here or we traverse from here. Alright. If we traverse from here in this direction, from string from I equals to 0 to str dot length, the given length. Alright. So the counter over here is, so this will be the possibility in both the traversal. Either we go from this or we go from length to here. Moving from here to here, we have taken this as left and this as right. So if the string is not balanced, all right, so might be the possibility that we encounter more of the right side. All right, so yeah, so these two cases would be covered in this approach. All right, either they would be equal or the right side would keep on increasing. All right, so we have to handle that. All right, because if they are equal, then we say it's a match, and if right sides keep on increasing, the left doesn't increase that much, then because let's see, let's dive some further analysis. Suppose this is the string. All right, all right, at this point we traverse. As soon as we reach here, the count of left is 2, the count of right becomes 3. All right, as soon as it becomes 3, it's greater than that, means this is the only the valid substring, this can't be valid. All right, so here we initialize our both the value of left and right to 0. All right, so are you getting my point why we are encountering this case in the traversal moving from 0 to the string dot length position? All right, let's take another example. If it's unclear with this, let's take some other example over, I say over here. All right, suppose this and this 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 and this. All right, suppose this is the question over here. So left right left right balance. Okay, so at this point they are balanced, so we just increase our maximum length. All right, now then left again increase and right again increase, balance again. All right, then left increase, now right increase. Now this is the longest we got till over here, but when the right increase further, we have no left to compensate it. All right, so at this point right is greater than left. All right, so we can encounter this case only in this traversal. All right, suppose if we encounter this case, we can say we don't know at any point that we have further until we reach the end of this. So obvious, so that case left greater than right would can't be encountered here, because if we may encounter, we don't know at the particular position either we are going to find right or not. All right, so yeah, that's the thing over here. But if we get a right one and there is no left one from here, we can definitely say it's unbalanced. So are you getting my point where why from traversing from 0 to n we are getting the situation where right is count, right count, that is by this, is greater than left. All right, so we are encountering that situation. Now similarly, moving on from the traversal where we move from length to 0. Now equal to case can occur in both ways. All right, so yeah, we equal to case, that is the final answer we want to. Then now let's look at the first case. All right, similar approach. All right, so suppose this is a string over here and we are traversing from here already. We are traversing in this direction already. So we get right, we get left, we again get right, 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 and then left, left. Suppose there is left and one left and two left already. So yeah. Now as soon as we get over here, we see it's balanced. So we don't need these extra. So alright, now see, while occurring from here, we get the case on left greater than right, because we have to think for the all the three possibilities that we can encounter while traversing, and because we are not taking any extra space, we have to do this in one go. If we just move from I equal to 0 to n, we won't get this case covered because our maximum won't be updated, all right, because we will be hoping for one right after this, but we won't be getting that. So our answer would be struck, won't we get this string, all right. This string would only be get if we traverse from here. Similarly, for that case, if there is a string like this, and if we keep on traversing from backward direction, we won't get this answer, all right. We will only be getting we will be after this we will be expecting that, so we won't be knowing what is our answer. So all right, I hope the both the traversals are clear. Both the traversals will work in the question. One, we will first we will go from left to right, then we will go from right to left. What I mean by left to right over here is from I equal to 0 to length, string dot length, and from string dot length minus 1 to 0th position. And in both the traversals there would be the cases covered, and they both would be occurring in code, which together will help us to find our answer. Alright, because we have to look for these corner cases as well while determining our answer. Alright, I hope this approach is very simple approach and it's an intuitive approach, and I told you how we got intuition for this approach. So I hope it's pretty much clear to everyone. If you have still are facing some difficulty in this, when we see the code, I think it would be crystal clear to everyone. All right. So yeah, now let's see the code over here. So let's see the approach that we have used and the code for it. All right. So yeah. So this will be the variables that we have initialized. Initially, the count for the left, that is the count for this, and the count for right is 0, and the maximum length, the answer is 0 as well. All right. Now for in I equals to 0 dot I dot length and I plus plus, that is traversing from in this direction, we will see that if the character we have encountered this, we'll increment our left, and encounter this, we increment our right. Now if left is equals to right at any point, what we get is we update our max variable, that would be the maximum length either we have previously or we what we have here. Why I have done 2 into right, that is because if left and right are equal, then 2 into count of any would give me the count of the parenthesis string. All right, now let's see the other case over here where the right is greater than left. I know I have told in the explanation earlier that why we are going to encounter this case, and as soon as we encounter this case, we'll update both of them to 0 because we will start from new now. And if they would be, had they been equal, it would be just calculated, computed in the last iteration. All right, now after this traversal, we might have the answer, but there are some cases in which we won't have the answer, and I also have explained which are those cases. All right, now again for the other traversal, from moving from here to here, that is from s dot length to 0, we again update our initialize our left and right variables, and we apply our loop. All right, so as soon as we encounter this, again we increment our left, and or else, because there are two characters only, either we encounter this or the other one, so we increment our right. Now again, if left is equals to right, then we update the count, that is the maximum length. Okay, so maximum length will be updated in both the cases, we won't be having trouble with that, but our answer would be depending over here. All right, so now else if the left is greater than, why left will be greater than right, I have told earlier also, then we will again initialize them to 0 and look for our answer. All right, it's a very simple approach, and I hope it's clear. The running time would be O of n plus O of n, that is big O of n, and the big O of n would be comprising of the n plus n, that is the running time complexity from here to running time complexity, because both times O of n loops are running, and this statement 2 of n and 2 is constant, so big O of n where n equals to 2, all right. And the space complexity would be O1, because we have only used 3 variables and nothing else to store it, all right. So it's called constant space complexity. Now let's try to submit it and see what happens. So as you can see, it's accepted. So if you have any doubt regarding this question, you can please share with me in the comment section, and you can also share your views about this video as well in the comment section. And if you like this video, please like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.